There's no way she's...
Right, guys, you know what? We've done all the steps, right? That number.
Yeah.
Going back and forth here and there. Now, you're still filming?
Yeah.
Because this is sensitive information now. Now we're doing police matters. There's other people's information. At this point, you got to refrain from the recording.
Okay, I'll go over there.
Give you what happened.
So this is COP is an acronym for Civilian Office of Police Accountability. They opened in November of 2018. They're an independent board. You put your complaint in through them for misconduct, and they triage it out. So if it's a constitutional or a criminal infraction, they believe, then they will keep it in-house. If not, then they send it to IA, which is Internal Affairs. It's on the 5th floor of 3510 South Michigan. Get off the elevator, make a right. Make a left, you're going to Charlie Beck's office, who's the superintendent. This is the same exact shift that was here that night. There's the officer that butt in and decided that he knew better, but he's out.
That's IG. No.
I'm sorry?
IG.
IG? What's IG? Is that like a... What's IG? Excuse me?
I don't know. He's just butting in. Who even knows what he's talking about?
Wait, let me.
I appreciate that very much.
Instagram? Are we supposed to go to Instagram?
That's a report already. Okay. You cannot do cross complaint.
Somehow, I know this. I know the law better than him, and I feel like I know the law like 100 times better than him. I feel like if it was a race, the law was a race, I would pass him 7 times. He would still be sitting there with his arms folded, looking at me. That's about as good as he can do. It's a staring contest. See who blinks first. He gives out law advice. Unfortunately, it's the worst advice ever. Here, let me butt in and tell you what I don't know what's going on. I have absolutely no idea what's going on, but here, let me tell you my idea. And that's fantastic. I feel like if a chameleon took the shape of a human being, that's what it would be. Like a lizard. It's like a lizard man. He looks like a scorpion from Mortal Kombat. So, I mean, honestly, I could say up there, it's not a matter of that. It's just we're getting the complaint done. But I think they're trying to say that we're we're invading our own privacy. So somehow we decided to invade our own privacy. I can videotape if a stranger's up there. This is public. There is no expectation of privacy in public. They have care, custody, and control of this department. It's their requirement. If they need privacy, they have to create it. They cannot make a public environment a private environment. Hey, don't be listening to that. I'm just going to get you an idea. You're going to want to say something, and it's going to be completely wrong. Watch me over here. Hey, listen to that. This guy's too easy. He's too easy. But you see what a difference if you guys really got to learn your rights, because the difference between me sitting in here and recording and auditing Chicago, he got his face planted into that door for doing the exact same thing that I'm doing, right? And I'm sure he knows his rights better now, but at the time he didn't. And they never showed up for court. Believe it or not, they never showed up for court. So they needed to smash his face into a door, smash his cell phone, but yet they needed all that to arrest him, yet they never showed up for court. They needed all that to arrest him, but they never showed up for court. And it was right over here. I think they put him in the corner, right about here. I think it was actually that door. And then what happened was he was outside recording. While he was outside recording, the guy that I showed you earlier, and about two guys on each side, so it was 4 guys. And then that sergeant, he didn't even come inside. So he was standing right there, and they came out. So when you see the video, he's standing like where that pillar is right there on the other side, and they're standing right there, making fun of him and laughing at him. And he's asking to ID, and obviously Rule 37 is very, they can try and pretend like that's not what it is. That's what it is. But that's the flag they want to stand on that flag. They want to plant that flag in the soil. So be it. It really is just because they don't want somebody having some kind of power over them, making them ID, right? So learn your rights, guys, because a gentleman just like me had a video camera in here, and he got his face smashed into that door right there, and his camera broken, and then he got locked up. And all that ended up being nothing because they didn't show up for court. So they needed to do all that for whatever ghastly crime he was doing, which was coming inside the police station after they came outside and made fun of him, laughed at him. And he came inside just to ask for their name and their badge numbers, right? Because he wants to make a report. He wants to file a complaint. He wasn't bothering them. He was on the public way. And they felt the need to cause physical harm to him and break his stuff. But they did not feel the need to go to court, because when you get to court, it's neutral ground. There's no more home field advantage. And when me and Freeman Liberty came in here today, I said, listen, we're just going to go again through the report. I'm telling him, listen, let's not even engage or try and get into any of that. But we just want to make the report and get out. I'm telling him that. And then I'm the one that gets getting upset. But it's just hard. It's hard. It's literally hard when they're antagonizing you for no reason, dude. I look over, the guy's got his arms, he's literally staring a hole right through me for 15 minutes. And it felt like, it's more like 5 or 6 probably, but still, dude. At some point you have to address that issue. Like, why are you, okay, look at me. Then you go, oh, this guy, some people deserve what they get, and you deserve that below me. That's this guy. That's that sergeant.
Your son is real helpful.
Good.
Fuck
Very much.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Well. Turn for the worst there. Let's keep it cordial. Okay, gentlemen, how are you doing today, Sergeant?
Are you with him?
Sergeant, I was born by myself and I will die by myself. I am with nobody but myself.
It's just me, myself, and I.
Do you want to take a second to talk, Sergeant? You said when is Sergeant Daniels going to be here?
Tomorrow.
Does he work the death shift tomorrow?
Yes.
You're talking that second shift?
No, third.
So your third shift starts at 11? The arresting sergeant did not show up. I don't know if his phone didn't remind him, his calendar was a year off, but what generally is the reason for an arrest taking place in which the police are the complainants, yet they don't show up for court?
You'd have to ask him.
I'd have to ask him. So what's regular procedure through the CPD?
As far as what?
As far as making an arrest where you're the complainant, the Chicago Police Department, the sole complainant, and then showing up for court. What responsibilities do you have after you arrest somebody in regards to showing up for
You'll
court?
have to talk to our legal affairs department.
Okay. So you're not aware of it?
About what? What happened? Why he didn't go? No, I don't know why he didn't go.
Yeah, but it's kind of up to their own personal discretion, I suppose, because he didn't show up. Do you guys not get court dates in which you get paid on your off date to go to court? So you kind of stack them all up at once. I mean, it was a popular story. It was all around. I'm sure you're a sergeant at the 17th District. There was a time when 400 or 500 people called from all around the world. I'm sure you've heard about the case, right? I mean, I'm sure you're going to plead that you don't know it, but I think you do know. Okay, but you haven't gotten it.
I know about the instance.
Yes, okay.
In regards to him being arrested.
So it is not illegal to come in here with a video camera?
Well, again, no, it's not.
Okay. It's not illegal. So if that was the only thing you were doing, you should not have been arrested for that, because it's not illegal.
But we're talking hypotheticals, or
We're not talking specific. We're talking hypotheticals. No, we're talking hypothetical. Sarge, I'll bring you back. Come back towards the light. We're having a conversation. We're talking hypothetical.
Well, I don't know what the point is of this, other than trying to make money on YouTube for you guys and get hits on YouTube. That's cool, but I'm really not here.
But honestly, Sarge,
YouTube
I understand that you want to belittle it.
You've done this obviously before, and if they helped you with your YouTube monetization, that's fine. I'm not really here for that, though.
I know you want to belittle.
If you want to get further information,
okay, Sarge, my man. Okay, so I know you want to belittle me and say that this is all I'm trying to do is for money. Trust me, I don't get any money from YouTube. Can I talk? I let you talk. That it's not the truth.
You don't have to let me talk. I don't have to let you
What
talk.
you're saying is that the truth? It's not the truth.
Whatever.
It's not the truth.
Well, have a good day.
You're not telling me what goes on in my world.
Have a good day.
Okay. Now, so I can understand now why the obscenities were put in your direction. Maybe you aren't the nice guy that everybody wants to make believe.
Whatever.
Okay. Well, some people deserve what they get, and I guess you deserve that below me. Because you know you're wrong.
Guys, relax.
Because it's not right. It's not fair. It's not fair.
It's hard to relax. Right or wrong? Listen to me. We have 3 sergeants in there. Right. So if she's going to talk to the sergeant and tell him what's going on.
Yeah, it's just, it's hard to relax when somebody disrespects you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're a man, right? Somebody disrespects you, don't you get upset? Yes, you do.
Not really.
Yes, not really? Well, then you're a good man. You got a lot of patience.
I don't.
Hey, officer, you could see that we were very hospitable, right? We did not. I by no means tried to antagonize anybody.
I'm working. Leave me alone, please.
You cannot. Sergeant, officer, have a good day. I would hope that you would be more responsible in your activities and understand this is the United States of America and we have the right to freedom of speech and we have the right to videotape.
I'm violating your civil rights. So.
Well, I know you're not, and I guess it's thank you that you're not this time. And For me to have to say that is a sad, sad state of affairs. The fact that I'm leaving without handcuffs on and my head busted open and my phone intact and saying thank you for that is a sad state of affairs. But I'm sure that 90,000, I thought you were working, you couldn't talk. But now when you want to get your point across, you got time. The $90,000, I'm not paying you to chit chat with me. Get back on the computer. Get back on the computer. I just did twice. How's it going, Sarge?
I'm in the, fine, how are you?
Not bad.